So we'll start with 3 deep breaths. Would you like to lead or do you want me to lead?
You can lead.
Do you want eyes open or eyes closed?
Close.
Okay, so I'll go through the nose so you can hear me. So, who are you, what do you do and where are you from?
So, I'm an office manager at Cushman Wingfield, which is working in commercial real estate. I'm Inês Oliveira and I'm from Portugal. I'm from Porto, actually, the city we're in. So, yeah, native from here.
Very cool, thank you. So, what does living a good life mean to you?
Balance. It's about the balance of everything because I have tried in my short life to focus on one thing, like studies or just career. And I actually had a burnout, which happened for a lot of reasons. You know, I left university after, and I was in university while the COVID was a thing. And I left university, I didn't process any of those feelings, and I immediately entered the workforce, and I did so very passionately, very strongly, and it burned me out. So that's when I realized, you know, now I have anxiety and I have these things that I have to deal with, and I realized it's about balancing things out in my life, having time for work, but also having time for personal endeavors and having time for family and friends is very important. To have all of these little tiny spheres of your existence with you in the center and enjoying what you can in all of those.
I love that. So what intentional activity has had the greatest impact on your life?
Actually, reading a lot. I'm a history enthusiast, and I kind of lost that passion along the way because I chose a different career path than following history. But every single time I feel more anxious, I go back to learning about history, and I reconnect with myself.
I get that. Nice. Thank you. And what intentional activity do you think could make the biggest difference in your community?
I think in the sense that I can contribute directly. I think because I'm actually very good with children in particular, and I have worked in religious institutions before because I was a very devout Catholic. Now I have some more difficulty defining what my beliefs are, but I'm still a Christian, and I think I did wonderful work with those children, being able to identify some social problems that were happening in the community as well, and being able to work it through with the children individually to solve and to give them the tools they need to then go and conquer the world. It doesn't have to be in a religious way. I would just love the opportunity at some point to work with children because I'm very passionate about the future.
Which leads us to the last question, which is amazing. So what's a one-line message of hope for the world?
Oh, these kids, people have this idea that they're crazy because they grew up with this technology, and they oftentimes are not as well behaved as prior generations that came before. Even my generation is more in line than these new ones. But what I've learned with talking to them is that with all of that gibberish that they usually speak because of all of the content they consume, they also they're really smart, and they discover patterns. They discover things about the world through the technologies. If parents have the ability to oversee correctly what kind of content these kids have, we could have one of the brightest, most creative generations of all time which are not too concerned with hierarchy.
Yeah.
They're this generation of crazy, all over the place kids that are not concerned with all of these things that came before us, that are pushing us down sometimes. And so they're just able to move forward. So,
Are you up for a heart-to-heart hug?
I want This was amazing. I'm very happy we did this.
Thank you. And amazing answers. Oh.